Hi guys! I wish my kids behaved like this. Okay, so you wanted to ask me some questions?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
So I was wondering what your favorite songs to perform are.
Last year I got sick and you know, I couldn't sing for a little bit, and so it was kind of like the biggest wish in my heart to be able to sing again. And now every night when I'm on stage, I just think how lucky I am that I'm able to sing for my fans, and so I enjoy every song of the set list. But of course, it's always super special to sing the first songs that I wrote when I was, I don't know, 18. Like, for example, Antología is one of the songs in the set list, and it's one of the first songs that I ever wrote. So I really enjoy performing it for my fans.
I was also wondering, when you were younger, what you wanted to be when you grew up.
Wow, I wanted to be an astronaut, archaeologist, doctor, nuclear scientist, singer, dancer, and writer. All of those things.
Cool.
I was always really passionate about music and dancing and performing in front of an audience. And when I was about 5 years old, I started, you know, dancing in front of my classmates every Friday. And I was so in love with the feeling of being on stage that I knew I had to do something about it one day. But I feel like my path as a singer began when I was 10. Yeah. And I actually started to make some money at that time. Yeah, I used to, remember I used to bring my boombox and play my own songs and charge for my performances. So I started to save some money. By the time I was 16, I had my own car. And that was the coolest thing.
What inspires you to write your songs?
Anything can inspire me. You know, my daily experiences, the questions that I ask myself, emotions, like whenever I'm feeling sad or extremely happy about something. That's kind of like my channel. You know, I pick up my computer or a piece of paper and start writing, and that feels so good. It feels like a relief.
What was your fashion style when you were 8?
When I was 8, I didn't have any fashion style. My kids do. My kids is like they know how to combine their clothes perfectly. They know how to match their clothes. They're 3 and 5. I'm like, who are you guys? I mean, when I was your age, I didn't care what I was wearing at all. You know, I think times have changed.
What do you wear on tour and why?
What do I wear? I wish I didn't have to deal with clothing so much, because though I like clothing, but it takes a lot of my time trying on clothes and doing fittings and all of that, because obviously I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to move and dance and not be concerned about, you know, clothes not working with me in the right way, that the shoes are comfortable, because otherwise my feet get super tired, because I dance and sing for 2 hours on stage. And that's why usually I also end up dancing barefoot on stage. So, you know, whatever works, really. But I know that for people it's amusing to see you in clothes, especially shiny clothes, like those cool jackets you're wearing. Shiny clothes are always very stimulating to the brain, to people's brains, right?
I'm really lucky to travel the world with my family, and I was wondering, when you're on tour, what's your favorite place to perform? Or do you have a favorite place?
I vividly remember Egypt, you know, performing among the pyramids of Egypt. That's quite a mythical place, and since I like history and I like the history of Egypt, which is full of pharaohs and mummies, and and mythology. It was really fantastic for me to get to perform at the pyramids. It was a wonderful experience.
Did you have fun on your tour?
This tour especially has been, I think, more fun than any other in the past, especially because of what I explained before, that I was all ready to go on tour last year, and I got really sick with my voice. I had an injury. There were moments when I was really sad because I didn't know if I was going to be able to sing again, and it was really difficult. But it gave me so much strength. I knew I needed to overcome that. So, and I couldn't give up. This is what I love in life. This is what I love to do. So I had to work every day with my vocal coach and retrain my voice again, and I made it. And I actually couldn't believe it. Last night we had the last show of our tour, and I was like, yes, I made it. I can't believe it. It was so hard. I had to overcome so many obstacles, but that's what life is about. Sometimes things are not easy, and you have to work a little extra harder to get things, and not giving up it's key to success. So yeah, I enjoyed this tour more than ever, and to me, singing every night was like singing the first time.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
What would be my superpower? I would love time traveling. I would love, well, all of them, really. Flying, becoming invisible sometimes when it's convenient. What would be your superpower?
Ice.
Ice? You like ice? And how would that work for you? What would you do?
You could make people slip.
Oh, really? That's funny. That's a funny superpower.
Who's your second favorite soccer player?
My second favorite soccer player, Milan, my son. Actually, I would say he's my first one, and Gerard Piqué is my second one.
And I'm 10, so what did you do when you were my age?
When I was your age, 10?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I began to sing in front of people, and I discovered that I really liked that feeling of performing, and my mom signed me up for some singing contests, and the feeling was really exhilarating and exciting, and I realized that that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I wanted to become a professional singer. And I used to write my songs also. I began when I was 8 years old. Every time I got in the shower, I would take a long shower because I was thinking about melodies and words, and I would come out of the shower all wet, dripping wet, and write down my songs on my little notebook. And then one day I got to publish them. When I was 13, I got to publish some of those first songs that I wrote. Did I answer all your questions? Yeah? Thank you, guys. Well, that was a pleasure. I loved your questions. Much better, much smarter than any other journalist I've ever been interviewed by. Really. Thank you.